I finally have everything I need to back up my statement that Tengen should be higher than 9. Prefacing this video with the fact that this is anime-only experience. Okay, I'm reading the manga, but I'm not going to go past the anime for obvious reasons. Anime is always and will forever be more popular than a manga panel, in my opinion. Because why read a book when you can watch the book? And I'll be gathering most of my evidence for Tengen feats and explanations through the entertainment arc. I think that's what this arc was called. We start off with the scene where, Gyutaro, that's the best how I can pronounce it, I swear to God, is actively trying to kill Tengen, as proven by this feat right here. The only problem is that Tengen is also not the only person in this building with this Upper Moon 6. He's protecting civilians behind him and pretty much everybody in this town, but we'll just focus on the main vicinity with at least these two people, plus people upstairs, downstairs, and to the left and to the right. We also know that Gyutaro's sickles are extremely poisonous. Not just like any normal poison either, like some sort of special demon poison that apparently even someone who's immune or resistant to poison cannot resist or is immune to it. And we know that the poison is currently affecting and impacting Tengen because literally not even a few seconds later, Tengen is having physical adverse effects to the poison. And that's when these two idiots show up, who I love them, okay? They're awesome characters, they're just really fucking stupid. Inosuke and Zenitsu go fight the younger sister, I can't remember her name, not really that important. But they go to go fight the younger sister, and Tengen and Tanjiro kind of split off to go fight Gyutaro. Keep in mind, Tengen is poisoned since essentially the first 5 seconds of the fight. And people were bringing up that, like in the comment before, his wives and Nezuko and all had to help Tengen. Here's the help that Tengen got. These kunai darts that were raining down from the heavens, from the wife, who's right up here, who was doing a good job, until Tengen himself was also getting hit, like, several times. Tengen had to get hit several times for them to land the one kunai on Gyutaro. And thanks to the kunai distraction, Tengen is able to swing his sword and damage Gyutaro's leg. And then the kunai comes in, hitting Gyutaro. One kunai, by the way, comes in and stops him from regenerating, because it's coated with some special poison. Of course, we've all hopefully seen this part of the show. Tanjiro comes in, he provides almost no help. Gyutaro gets away, and then again takes one of the wives hostages. So she went from being helped to once again holding Tengen back. Just like Tanjiro just did. He provided zero help to Tengen in that instance. I'm not going to gather all the scans for sake of time, but here is Mitsuri fighting an Upper Moon. Admittedly, I think it's like Upper Moon 4 or 5, but she's giving up. She's able to scream at the top of her lungs, "I'm sorry, this is killing me, I can't take it anymore," and gives up. And then here's the other two. Here's Inosuke, who's literally dying on the ground. And then here's Zenitsu, who's buried underneath the rubble. And of course, Uzui, but we'll understand why this happened. His heart has stopped, he is dead. Tanjiro, which huge props to Tanjiro's IQ and battle intelligence for this, is able to land one singular headbutt on this demon with the help of a kunai, which I don't think I have. No, I don't have the scan, but you have to trust me. With a kunai that landed from one of the wives, which was just got done taken hostage. So I guess she can take partial credit. She can be helping, but she didn't help Tengen. And this stalls Gyutaro for a few seconds, but again, nothing really comes from it. Tanjiro actually almost fucking dies again until Tengen comes in and actually saves the day, once again. And as we can see right here, he stopped his own heartbeat to stop the poison from circulating. And as we see here, you cannot activate the curse mark if you are poisoned and trying to slow down your heart rate. The only way to activate a curse mark while you are poisoned, as the Mist Hashira has said, I can't move myself, whatever, not important, is to increase his heart rate, amplifying the poison circulation, and by, in turn, rapidly increasing your body temperature. So essentially, to activate your curse mark, you need to unalive yourself. And before anyone's like, well, only certain Hashira can activate the curse marks. Literally, no. There has to be a precursor, patient 0, and then the other Hashira can activate their curse marks. That patient 0 was Tanjiro. The same Tanjiro who lies just as helpless as Inosuke and Zenitsu over here. So where Tengen is actively dying, and essentially he stopped his own heart, unaliving himself to solve this riddle, Mitsuri is crying, saying, I've had enough, I can't do this. But she has enough effort to cry. Don't get me wrong, she's strong, and I like her character, okay? She has a unique backstory, kind of, to where people would resent her for her looks, which makes no sense, because the hairstyle, but whatever. But to put her at 6 and Rengoku at 7, Rengoku also never activated his curse mark, by the way. And he had 0 excuses to. He fought he didn't even fight a lower moon 6. Lower moon. He fought, I think he only had a major part in the upper moon 3, Akuza. Like, yeah, you can keep Muchiro, Obadai, Yui, whatever the fuck how you say your names, Tsunemi, and Yomi all up here, fine. But Tengen should be minimum 6 or 7. Tengen even realizes that the poison inside of him is pushing him to his limit. He can no longer physically keep up with this upper moon 6. And Tanjiro, with the utmost help, finally is able to behead the upper moon 6 Gyurto. As shown here, Tanjiro was able to finally behead Gyutaro, but here's the issue. Tanjiro was not the only person in the result of this victory. Zenitsu and Inosuke were the ones to defeat the other upper moon 6. And Tanjiro would have never been able to do this without Tengen's cutting off the arm of Gyurto. So when Tengen knows he is defeated, when Tengen knows he can go no further, he's not giving up. He's not pulling I can't take this anymore, please stop. He's putting every effort into this fight, and he will not stop until he drops unalive. To reinforce this point, Gyutaro literally cut off Tengen's hand and blinded him in one eye. All of this being poisoned, by the way. This is all poison blades. You take a poison blade to the eye, to the skull, and you're keeping on fighting, you're doing something right. The guy's literally fighting tooth and fucking nail, and you guys are like, oh, Mitsuri's better because she took on an upper moon 4 and you couldn't kill him. Or Donut Boy right here. Like, the guy was fighting and unpoisoned, had no nerfs. The only thing he had to worry about was a civilian. And in the final fight where he almost, when they were duking it out, it was just him and the enemy, and he still couldn't pull through. And Shinobu, like, yeah, she's smart, but I don't think she's done anything in the manga yet besides the spider one. Like, I think she helped during the Upper Moon 5 or 4, the Spider Kid. She, like, saved them from becoming a spider, so that's cool, I guess. But I'm taking Tengen in a fight over Shinobu, Rengoku, and Mitsuri. When you take a guy who's losing literally everything versus someone who can no longer just keep fighting, I'm taking the guy who's giving his all. And let me reiterate, no, this is not a personal attack against the people who disagree. This is just me reinforcing my point on why Tengen is not the 9th strongest Hashira and deserves at minimum 7 or 6. This was a longer video, so this will go straight up to YT. And as last but not least, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.